Your body might be showing signs of a deficiency, and you're probably ignoring most of them. A small twitch in your eye, trouble sleeping, feeling on edge for no clear reason. Most people brush these off, but what if those symptoms were actually connected? Think about this. Have you noticed any of these recently? Because what seems random might not be random at all. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals in your body. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions, affecting your muscles, brain, heart, and energy levels. And when magnesium levels drop, your body doesn't shut down all at once. It starts sending subtle signals. The problem is, most people don't recognize them. They treat each symptom separately, never realizing they may have the same root cause. Let me show you what I mean. One of the earliest signs is muscle twitching. You might notice this in the mirror, a twitch in your eyelid that won't go away, or a small flicker in your leg while resting. At first it seems harmless, but when it keeps happening, your nervous system may be becoming more sensitive. Magnesium helps regulate how nerves communicate with muscles. Think of it like a brake system. Without enough of it, nerves fire more easily, muscles respond more aggressively, and that's what creates those small, repetitive twitches. Another common sign is muscle cramps, especially at night. You're asleep, and suddenly a sharp pain wakes you up. Magnesium and calcium work together inside muscle cells. Calcium causes contraction. Magnesium allows relaxation. When magnesium is low, calcium builds up, keeping the muscles stuck in contraction. That's what causes a cramp. And this is why it often happens at night, when your body is trying to relax. But here's where things start to go deeper. Because magnesium doesn't just affect your muscles, magnesium also plays a key role in how your body produces energy. And one of the most common signs of low magnesium is persistent fatigue. Not just being tired, but feeling drained even after resting. Think about this. Do you feel like your energy just isn't the same as before? Your body runs on something called ATP, the energy your cells use to function, and magnesium is required for ATP to work properly. Without it, your body can't use energy efficiently. It's like having fuel, but no way to convert it into power. That's why magnesium deficiency can feel confusing, because it doesn't feel like a clear problem, just a constant lack of energy. Now combine that with the next sign, anxiety or irritability. Magnesium helps regulate brain activity, especially through a neurotransmitter called GABA. GABA is what calms your brain. It helps you relax and feel stable. When magnesium is low, GABA activity drops, and your brain becomes more excitable, almost like it's stuck in a low-level stress state. This can show up as feeling on edge, getting irritated easily, overthinking small things. And most people don't connect this to nutrition. They assume it's just stress, but low magnesium makes it harder for your brain to calm itself down. Now, combine fatigue and anxiety. And there's one system that gets hit directly, your sleep. If you struggle to fall asleep or wake up during the night, magnesium may be part of the problem. It helps activate the system responsible for relaxation and supports melatonin production. Without enough magnesium, your body doesn't fully switch off. Your mind keeps running. Your body stays slightly tense. And even if you sleep, the quality may be poor. This creates a cycle. Low magnesium leads to poor sleep, leads to fatigue, leads to stress, leads to even lower magnesium. Now let's move into signs that are harder to ignore. One of the most common is frequent headaches, or even migraines. Magnesium helps regulate blood flow in the brain. When levels are low, blood vessels become more unstable. They constrict and dilate unpredictably, which can trigger headaches. If you notice headaches during stress or after poor sleep, this may not be a coincidence. Now let's look at something more subtle, numbness or tingling. You might feel this in your hands, feet, or even your face. At first, it may seem like circulation, but often, it's related to nerve signaling. Magnesium helps stabilize electrical activity in your nerves. When it's low, signals become irregular. That's what creates sensations like pins and needles, mild buzzing, temporary numbness. Now, this next sign is more serious, because magnesium also affects your heart. It helps regulate the electrical signals that control your heartbeat. When levels drop, that balance is disrupted. This can lead to irregular heart rhythms, also known as arrhythmias. You might feel a flutter in your chest, a skipped beat, or a sudden strong heartbeat. Occasional palpitations can happen, but if they're frequent, it's not something to ignore. Because in more severe cases, electrolyte imbalances like this can increase the risk of more serious heart issues. At this point, a pattern should be clear. These symptoms don't stay in one place. They affect muscles, brain, nerves, heart, and that's what makes magnesium deficiency so easy to miss. Now let's connect this to something even more common. Blood pressure. Magnesium helps your blood vessels relax. When levels are normal, blood flows more easily. But when magnesium is low, vessels stay slightly constricted. Not enough for you to notice immediately, but enough to increase pressure over time. And that's the problem. High blood pressure is often silent. You don't feel it. But over time, it puts stress on your heart, brain, and kidneys. So even though magnesium deficiency may seem minor, its long-term effects can be much bigger. Now let's bring this back to something you can feel: general weakness. Not just fatigue, but a real drop in strength. Maybe things feel heavier. Maybe your muscles tire faster, or recovery takes longer than it used to. Magnesium is essential for muscle function and recovery. Without it, your muscles don't perform efficiently. They fatigue faster. They recover slower. And over time, this creates a noticeable decline in performance. Now here's the key insight. Each of these signs alone might not seem important, but together, they form a pattern. Magnesium deficiency doesn't show up as one obvious symptom. It shows up as multiple small problems across different systems. And that's why most people miss it. Instead of asking, what's causing this one symptom? A better question is, what if all of these are connected? Now here's what makes this even more important. Magnesium deficiency isn't always easy to detect. Most people think a simple blood test will show it. But that's not entirely true. Only about 1% of your body's magnesium is in your bloodstream. The rest is stored inside your cells and bones. So your test results can look normal, even when your body is already low. That's why paying attention to your symptoms matters. Now the next question is, why does magnesium deficiency happen? The most common reason is diet. Modern diets are often low in magnesium-rich foods. Processed foods, refined grains, low vegetable intake. All of this reduces how much magnesium you get daily. But there's more. Stress plays a major role. When you're stressed, your body uses more magnesium and loses more of it. So, the more stress you have, the faster your levels drop. Certain medications can also contribute.